Virtual is leaving tomorrow, right? Or Saturday. Also the last afternoon.
Yes, he's leaving tomorrow or Saturday morning. For him and for all of you, it's for all the other Taiwanese. So
You want to continue the 7 Jetasikas?
So Susan and I were discussing about how each chitta that arises is accompanied by at least 7 Chaitasikas.
我们早上有提到每个心至少7个心所，对不对？
So at the moment of seeing or hearing, Susan, how many Chaitasikas arise with the chitta?
所以在演示的那一刻有几个心所，跟演示一起。7。
And can you tell me some of them?
那早上讲了几个，你还记得吗？Sanya, Phasa, Vedana, Phasa, Sanya, and Vedana.
Phasa, Sanya, and Vedana. And the next one we can mention is Chaitana. We mentioned it once in passing, but not with any detail. So whenever chitta arises with other Chaitasikas, there is a Chaitasika which has the function or job of coordinating the Chaitasikas together and the chitta, a bit like the head student in a school coordinates the other students so that they all can arise and perform their functions. This is the task of Chaitana.
好，下一个心所非常重要，叫做思心所。中文翻成思考的思，有一点点没关系。我们在讨论它的功能呢，是就像班长一样，因为心是主要的经验者，心所是协助的，但是所有的心所里面，它就像是所有心所的班长，他把大家集合起来，各自执行各自的功能。思心所。
And when at moments of kusala or akusala, when they arise, Chaitana also has the function or the task of willing or intending that kusala or akusala to arise.
它除了是统合，所谓的统合心所这个功能以外，所以善心不善心的时候，这个思心所的功能就是意图，它其实就是善或不善的代表。
Like now, there may be just a little bit of attachment or a little bit of aversion. It's Chaitana that wills or intends the chitta to think in a kusala or akusala way.
所以当是善心或不善心的时候呢，是这个心所，它的功能是让这个心有善或不善的意图。
And when it's very strong attachment or very strong aversion, it's the Chaitana which wills that kusala or akusala that is of a degree that can commit bad deeds or bad speech.
所以当有不善的言语行为或善的言语行为的时候，也是因为这个思心所它的强度强到促使这个行为的产生不善的业行。
Now it is Chaitana that wills the kusala chittas. Now it is the Chaitana that wills the kusala chitta to consider in a wholesome way.
如果现在有思慧的话，也是这一个思心所让心能够以智慧的方式。
So never any I coordinate chitta and chaita seekers or will kusala or akusala to arise.
所以这并不是我来统合这些心所性，并不是我要做善事或不善事，是心所的功能是让善或不善的意图。
When we talk about karma, and I'm sure you're all familiar with karma, what chaita seekers is karma?
就当我们说业的时候，那是心所是业，业是真的，对不对？那法是业。
Or what Dhamma, what chitta and chaita seeker or rupa is karma? What is karma?
业是心所，它是色，心所那个。
Chaitana. So what I'm talking about, the Chaitana that at each moment in life coordinates the chaita seekers and chitta. This is karma. This is one meaning of karma, one aspect of karma.
所以业，佛陀说过，业就是意图，就是这个心所。OK， 这是业的一个角度来看。
And when we talk about the Chaitana that wills kusala or akusala, even of the degree that it can bring results, if it's strong, very strong Chaitana, then this is karma that can bring results later.
所以不管是善的言语行为或不善的言语行为，那就是因为这个私心所这个意图的程度强到让你产起业行了，会带来未来的善业、善报或不善报。
So the Buddha said, Chaitana is karma, karma is Chaitana.
所以佛陀说，业就是私心所意图，意图就是业。
Lots more to discuss, but just going through the Chaitasikas. So now we have Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Chaitana, and the next one is Ekagata. Do you know what this is?
我们接下来介绍心所叫 Ekagata， 你们知道是什么吗？No, they don't know what. Okay, concentration.
It's concentration. So it's also a universal Chaitasika that arises with each chitta and is one-pointed, experiences one object at a time. This is why chitta can only experience one object, because ekagata just focuses on one object at a time. It's one-pointed.
专注的心所，这就是为什么一心不能二用。它让心一次只有专注在一个对象上，心不能够同时经验两个对象以上。
So at moments of seeing or hearing, concentration, ekagata chaitasika, is there already. No one can make it arise, no one can stop it arising. It has arisen already at those moments because it arises with every chitta.
当眼识升起的时候呢，专注这个心所就已经在了，没有人可以让它升起，也没有人可以阻挡它升起，它已经有它的理由在那里了。
At moments of akusala or moments of kusala, whatever chitta it is, ekagata chaitasika is there.
因为它是遍一切心的心所，所以善心也好，不善心也好，一定都有这个心所。
If someone would like to focus on an object such as breath in order to have more sati, is there concentration at those moments?
所以当我们专注在呼吸上的时候，想要培养觉知的时候，这个时候有没有专注心所 ？Yes.
Is it kusala or akusala ekagata chaitasika at that moment?
因为每个心都会有这个心所，那这个时候专注呼吸的时候，是善的专注还是不善的专注？啊？阿库萨拉，库萨拉。
Half akusala, half kusala. Who said kusala?
Yeah, Su.
Why is it kusala?
为什么那时候是善的？ 因为你想，因为意图是要专注 ，because there is a good intention to concentrate。
OK，
因为再加一次，再说一次。
就是因为意图想要知道是，怎么讲？所以就是以善为出发点的专注，那我就觉得它就是善的。
Okay, because there is a kusala intention to concentrate.
Now, if I have the intention to concentrate on my pink notebook, is that good intention?
那我现在如果所谓的有善的专注在我的这个笔记本，我是善的吗
Yes.
Yes. No.
He said, we don't know. She said uncertain. Susan said
Okay.
uncertain.
Yes, uncertain. Or why is it kusala?
我没办法回答，我讲不出来这个，这是我自己想的，所以我没办法说为什么。
I cannot say why. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Because we discussed this morning, I mentioned when we had the idea that maybe sati can arise most of the time, and we discussed how it can only arise with kusala chittas. And then I mentioned if it's not a moment of kindness or generosity or understanding now, then for sure it's akusala.
我们回到善跟不善哦。善的时候，就比如说慈爱啊、布施、守戒、智慧的建立等等，只有善心才会有觉知，对不对？念，我们先回到早上讨论念的时候。
So concentration arises at every moment, and mostly there are akusala chittas arising in the day. So then it means the concentration is akusala too.
我们说专注是骗一切心嘛，所以每一颗的心都有这个心所。我没有说这大部分我们都是不善，大部分都在无明的不善心里面。我们在想的世界里面，大部分都不善的，所以大部分的专注是不善的。
Okay. So if I concentrate on the pink notebook, is there any metta, any kindness at that moment?
所以当我专注在这个粉红色的笔记本的时候，这个时候我慈爱吗？或者是有守戒，或者是什么吗？
没有。
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
Any metta? Can there be metta to the pink notebook?
中性的没有。
She said no, and also neutral. No metta, no hatred.
但是我的认为是，可能这当中你有贪爱，你对这本书你有贪爱所升起的，所以它应该是带有不善的心才对。
There could be lobha while you look at the notebook.
There could be.
Right.
I'm sure there is. Because metta there can only be metta to other beings, not to the notebook. The notebook is not a living being. There cannot be metta to the notebook.
慈爱的对象只能是有情的众生，不是没有生命的。
And just because there is no dosa doesn't mean there is no akusala. Because like Susan said, what about the lobha? What about the ignorance at that moment?
所以即使你所谓的中性啊，没有慈爱，也没有去讨厌他的时候，不代表他是善的。OK， 也有可能是痴根心，也有像刚刚讲的贪爱。
At the moment of concentrating on the notebook, is there any generosity?
专注看小笔记本有慷慨吗？有布施吗 ？No。
Am I giving anything to anyone or just focusing on the notebook?
所以那个时候没有布施嘛，对不对
So no metta, no generosity. Is there any understanding at the moment of concentrating on the notebook?
好，所以排除了布施啊，慈爱，对不对？那看这个布置的时候有没有智慧 ？No。
Because no understanding of anything is just concentrating with ignorance or attachment.
对， 如果只是看着这个本质，不了解任何法的话，他没有智慧啊，对。
So if I substitute my breath for the pink notebook, is it the same or any different, Susan?
所以我们刚刚讲专注在笔记本，如果这样子并不是善的，没有善的出现嘛，那我把笔记本换成呼吸，我专注呼吸会有善吗？
也不一定。
Not certain, not she say.
应该是你不善的时间多嘛，不善。
More akusala.
More akusala, more lobha, more ignorance, and more wrong view, because there is the idea that by concentrating on the notebook or the breath, that it will bring kusala or awareness. It's not understanding the lobha or the ignorance at that moment.
这个更多的不善呢，不只是更多的贪或嗔而已，事实上会有更多的邪见，因为会认为是当我专注在呼吸的时候，可以带来觉知。
对。
And this is the trap of concentration, the trap that one assumes whenever there is some concentration, no matter the pink notebook or the breath, that there is something kusala about it. But usually when concentration arises, it's with akusala chittas, like immediately after seeing and hearing, when akusala chittas arise. It's with akusala concentration.
这是专注的陷阱啊！我们一般都认为专注会带来善啊，其实没有。在眼视耳识之后，很快的，我们可能会以不善的方式来经验这一个对象。那个时候的专注当然是不善的。
Like when there's a lot of concentrating when cooking or driving the car. Is it kusala concentration or akusala concentration?
我们煮饭开车的时候也很专注，是善还是不善？煮饭或开车的时候也很专注，是善还是不善？
这个时候没有善或不善的。
It's nor kusala nor not kusala nor akusala.
After the seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, kusala or akusala chittas arise, and then there's thinking with kusala or akusala chittas. It must be, if it's not kusala, it's akusala.
在眼耳鼻舌身四双五识之后呢，一定会有所谓的塑形心的过程，在意门的活动。你想的时候，你只要不是，除非你是阿罗汉，你不是善就是不善，一定是其中一个。
When it seems that there's not strong attachment or not strong dosa, what about all the ignorance, or what about the small level, lower level attachment? It's all there, completely unknown.
你觉得不善或没有善或不善，是因为没有强烈的善或不善发生。可是因为不善可以还有一个叫痴根心，它很不明显。另外或者是很细微的贪爱嗔恨，你可能没注意到。
So a lot more to consider and reflect on this topic, but just to keep it a little briefer, so we have Passa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Ekagata, Chetasikas, and two more. So the next one is the one that has to arise with every chitta, and it's the life faculty that keeps the chitta and the Chetasikas alive, Jivitindriya.
我们讲了5个了，还有2个，好，骗一切心所。第6个叫做 Jivitindriya， 就是命，提供生命的命根。我忘记中文的精准翻译是什么，好像叫命根。
There's a mental Chetasika, which is Jivitindriya, and also a Rupa. The Rupa, which is Jivitindriya, arises with the groups of Rupas conditioned by karma. But now we're just talking about the Chetasika, Jivitindriya, that arises with every chitta in life.
这个 Jivitindriya 这个命根呢，不只是民法有，心所有这么一个，色法也有一个叫 Jivitindriya， 色法也有命根色。
Without Jivitindriya, no life of chitta and Chetasikas.
没有这个 GV Indriya 就不会有这些名色法的生命。
It doesn't appear, so now there cannot be awareness of it because it's not the common object that appears, but it's there.
这个心所呢是比较不容，就是它现在没有出现，它并没有出现得很清楚，但是它在那里，现在没有直接觉察到它。
And the last Chaitasika that arises with every single citta in life is Manasikara or attention.
最后第7个叫做 Manasikara， 注意，如理作意的这个字，注意。
So when seeing sees the visible object, Manasikara attends to that object. When Kusala Citta arises, the Manasikara attends to that object of a Kusala Citta. So at each moment there is Manasikara.
每一颗的心都有这个心所注意，所以当眼识出升起的时候，有这个心所去注意色尘；当善心升起的时候呢，有这个心所去注意善心的对象。
When we talk about wise considering and the importance of wise considering, as Ajarn was earlier, Manasikara is there, attending to the object.
所以我们早上谈的思慧如理作意这件事情，就是指这个心所。他注意了善。
I'm sure you've heard about Yoniso Manasikara, so this is wise attention, and especially when we talk about understanding, wise attention with understanding.
所以如理作意的巴利文就是 Yoniso Manasikara。Yoniso 是善的注意。
The opposite is Ayoniso Manasikara.Not wise attention, unwise attention.
那跟善的相反，加一个 a， Yoniso Manasikara.
So when driving the car or cooking the lunch, even though conventionally it seems that one is taking a lot of good care and it seems to be so careful and skillful,When we're talking about dhammas, at each of those moments which are akusala, at each of the moments with lobha, dosa or moha, no matter how skillful it may seem, actually it's ayoniso manasikara.
所以当我们煮菜啊、煮饭、开车的时候啊，这个时候不管我们是不是在好像很小心开车，然后替家人煮饭等等，事实上这个时候都是不善的注意。
So we just study these a little to understand how different it is from our conventional ideas of wise attention or good study or concentration, because now we're just talking about different dhammas that rise and fall away, each with their function and each are anatta.
所以当我们在讨论解释法的时候呢，它跟传统语言上用到的有时候会是不太一样的，或很不一样的。那总之这些法是无我的。
那第7个注意的心所跟第5个专注的心所有什么区分？
What is the difference between Manasikara and Ekagata?They
have different functions. Ekagata concentrates or focuses on one object so that the citta and other chaitasikas can experience that same object.
专注的心所就是让心就是去专注在那个对象上，所以心跟其他心所可以去经验它，可以去经验那个对象。
Whereas Manasikara,attends, like when losing my notebook or dropping my pen, and it's because of attending to another object. So Manasikara attends to the object, but Ekagata focuses on the object.
所以比如说笔掉了，你突然注意到那个去注意，跟你专注在一个事情上是不一样的。
Is there ekagata now? Is there concentration now?
现在有没有注意这个心所？啊，对不起，有没有专注这个心所？ No， 你是说现在有没有专注这个心所？
没有，是问了才开始注意，才开始。
No, but when you ask, I start to concentrate. Or
Is it you who can concentrate?
你能够是你在专注吗？还是
No, it's no I.
Who concentrates?
谁在专注？什么在专注
没有人在专注。
？No one.
Yeah.
So when you say I start to concentrate, what does it mean?
所以当你说你问了，我就开始专注，那一定有个什么在专注，要不然你为什么会说？
老师问了以后，就会想到我有没有专注，那个我就出来了。
那什么在专注
I
？I concentrate。
那个想。
She's a bit confused。没有我，对不对？有没有专注？专注是真的还是假的？
假的。
专注是假的。好，我们在讨论假的事情。OK。
我是说，就是老师在问，我就说老师在问的时候，那一刻才会想说啊，要专注吗？所以那个时候专注那2个字出来了。
你说他是骗一切心所，他为什么不在
？Yes.
Because you said there is no I, but I start to concentrate. So if it's no I, then what is start to concentrate?
是什么在专注？
心所。
哪个心所？
那个想。那个想是什么？
就是专注那个心所。
是啊。
它叫做专注，因为它会专注。
Because we're also talking about the reality, concentration that arises at every moment with every citta. So conventionally we think, oh, I was sleeping, I wasn't concentrating, and now I'm concentrating. But we're learning in reality, concentration arises at every moment, and not I who concentrates. It's Dhamma. It arises at each moment and falls away, even when we're sleeping or even when we're looking out of the window. Concentration is there at each moment, not I.
所以传统上，我们说我专注这个、专注那个的时候，跟我们讲法的专注是不一样的。专注这个心所是遍一切心，每一刻都有，即使你没有注意到它，自己它不是很明显。
So when I said to you, is there concentration now? Let me ask again, is there concentration now?
好，那我们再重来，现在有没有专注？
有。
Yes.
Yes. Is there ekagata cetasika now?
所以有专注这个心所吗？现在有没有专注这个心所？
有啊，它
Yeah.
遍一切处。
Yeah.
Why? How do you know there is ekagata cetasika now?
你怎么知道有
因为它是遍一切处。
？Because it arises with every citta.
Because it arises with every citta. So if I say, is there concentration now? The answer is always yes. At each moment of seeing, at each moment of hearing, at each moment of sleeping, at each moment of looking out of the window, it's there already, unknown.
所以，因为它跟每个心一起升起，所以不管是眼识、耳识、善心、不善心，不管什么心，每一刻它都在那里。
So usually there is just ignorance about it, completely unknown, except when it's very strong concentration, like on breath or the cooking, then it's more obvious there is concentration, and that's usually the akusala concentration.
所以它一直都在，但是因为无明，我们不知道它在。除非当它变得比较明显的时候，不管你做什么是觉得很专心的时候，它才比较明显。
是。
We are talking just about one moment, right?
我们是不是一次就讨论一刻？是不是？我们讨论一刻。
What are there in that moment? What is the chief of that moment, which experiences an object?
在每一刻里，我们一次讨论一刻，在每一刻那个主要的去经验的是哪个法？
就是那个心所。
心所是主要去经验的。
心。
Chitta.
Okay. Now there is seeing, and at the moment there is hearing. Why?
现在有在看的那一刻，对不对？有眼视，有耳视，对不对？为什么？为什么有眼视，有耳视？
What conditioned citta to be moment of seeing and the other moment of hearing?
比如说，我们说为什么现在有眼视有耳视？是什么让眼视升起？是什么让耳视升起？他们升起的因缘条件是什么？
升起法会，就是因为法在那边，心会去注意到，然后心所就跟着一起就。
Because there are object, there are cetasika.
Yes, but sometimes it's seeing and sometimes it's hearing. What make it to see and to hear?
那是的，可是有时候是看，有时候是去听，是什么？为什么会这样子？
那不是很自然的就会去注意到。
It's so natural. There is seeing, and then different moment they are hearing.
Citta cannot arise without cetasika, right?
没有心所，心不能升起，对不对？
Whatever citta would be, it depends on cetasikas which arise with it.
什么类型的心会有对应的不同的心所？
什么类型的心？
哦，这不是问题啊，他在解释不同的心，眼视、参心、善心会有不同的心所。
是。
Yes.
What condition the moment of seeing and the other moment hearing?
好，那我刚误会老师哦，老师问说是什么让眼视升起，是什么让耳视升起？
法呀。
什么法？其实
色法会让眼视。 耳视升起的那个不是色法吗
？Rupa, different rupa.
Can the rupa make the citta to arise to see it or to hear it?
色法可以让眼视升起来去经验它吗？色法可以要眼视升起来吗？
不行。
So sometimes why is seeing and sometimes hearing.
所以再来，为什么有时候是眼视，有时候是耳视？
不同的色层是会让不同的啊。就是业升起的时候。
karma。
Seeing is conditioned by karma, and hearing is also conditioned by karma. But when they arise, the moment of seeing, there must be citta and cetasikas, right? And cetasikas are conditioned for citta to arise, and citta is conditioned for cetasikas to arise together. So why, when it's time, karma conditioned seeing to arise, and the other moment, karma conditioned hearing to arise? That is one condition. It's the other condition for seeing to arise and for hearing to arise.
Did you mention there's another condition, right?
Yes.
Sahajata.
The question is what other conditions are there for it to be seeing rather than hearing?
We mentioned two, right? One is Dhamma condition, one is Sahajata condition.
What else?
You mean what else?
Because you see that all Cetasikas arise with citta, no matter at what time.
Right.
But at moment of seeing, and the other moment is not seeing but it's hearing. So what makes or conditions seeing to arise and hearing to arise, different moment.
Okay, I lost, right?
We are talking about 7 Cetasikas. So it's useless just to remember the number. But is there more reasons to know?
Okay. So we're talking about the 7 Cetasika condition of chitta.
Yes, but what makes some moment is seeing, and the other moment is hearing. What conditions it to be seeing and to be hearing?
Just that simple question, why seeing, why not hearing?
Yeah. Apart from karma and sahajata, what else are there?
Yes.
Okay. 眼识跟耳识是果报心嘛，是业的结果，所以业缘在这里，业缘。那心跟心所必须同时升起，所以他们叫俱生缘。除了这两个缘，还有没有其他的原因是眼识或是耳识？
我只知道这两个，其他的不知道。
I don't know.
See, you know the number of the Cetasikas, but what is the wise considering? Because what phassa contacts sound, and citta arises with contact. They arise together, and at moment when phassa contacts sound, citta hears it. So it depends on phassa.
OK， 所以我们刚讲了7个，我们不是要去背它而已哦。比如说触心所，没有触心所去触到这个色尘或是声音的话，眼识跟耳识能经验吗？
不能。
OK。
When phassa contacts sound, can they be seeing arise with it?
如果触心所触的是声音，眼识能升起吗？
不能。
So phassa is another condition. It is ahara pacaya.
所以触心所是另外一个因缘条件，它叫阿哈拉帕恰亚。阿哈拉是食物。
It depends on phassa as well. What kind of citta will be?
所以为什么是眼识不是耳识？是因为触心所。你看他触了什么对象？他如果触了声音，眼识不可能升起。
This is to understanding no one, no self. All depends on conditions. No matter seeing, hearing.
所以这个是我们更进一步了解为什么没有我，是这些心所在作用。
At moment of thinking, does phassa contact anything?
在眼识的那一刻，触心所有触别的东西吗？除了色尘以外？
没有。
No.
So how there be the?
She mean except visible object, nothing else.
I'm talking about thinking.
Oh, thinking.
Yes, not seeing.
Okay, thinking.
Now
Okay.
thinking.
At the moment of thinking, does phassa contact the object?
思考的时候，触心所有没有触到什么？
有，触到那个想法。
It touched the object.
Yes, because Kunsara said so, right? But if phassa doesn't contact the object of thinking, can they be thinking of that object?
所以，如果触心所没有接触这个被想的对象，可以想吗？
如果没有接触，没有触到那个想，
没有触到被想的对象，能想吗？
不会想。
No.
See?
所以这就是触心所。老师在里面让我们了解触心所，而不是去记住它而已。
To understand just a little more about what we have heard like phassa, it arises with each cetasika, so that citta experience the object which phassa contact.
所以心去经验什么对象，要看触心所触了什么，可以吗？
Yeah.
Can feeling be the result, the vipaka? Feeling
Can feeling
be the result, the resultant?
can be a
Citta,
resultant.
vipaka.
Okay. 感受可以是一个业报吗？果报吗？
Yes.
Yes.
How many kinds of different feeling by way of chati?
By way of chati. 感受有几种？如果是以本质来分的话，本质的意思是善心、不善心、果报心、为作心。感受用这种方法来分有几种感受？ Five.
Five.
你说 five 是不是 ？Five.
What are the five?
哪5种？
就是你刚刚说的善心、不善心、果报心，还有一个
为作心。
对为作心，还有一个速什么速作
啊？
还有一个速什么速成？
没有，
没有。
本质就那4类而已。
What are they?
Okay, now she changed to 4. It's
Yes.
Vipaka, Kusala, Akusala, and Kiriya.
That's it. So feeling can be vipaka, the resultant vipaka, conditioned by karma, to have such feeling together with citta, which experiences that object as vipaka.
所以本质的分类是4大类，所以感受就分成这4大类。好像眼识它是果报，所以那个感受也是果报。
And sanya, can it be vipaka?
记忆可不可以是果报？响应可不可以是果报？就跟着心一起分类。记忆可不可以是 ？Yes, that can be vipaka.
At what moment?
在什么时刻它会是果报的记忆？参与跟着心啊，就果报心的时候。
它就是跟着心所一起升起来的。
So it's classified as the chitta.
Classify what condition? It's not by classification. It's that because of what?
好，我刚说分类哈，就是跟着心没错，好，就是心是果报心，那心所就是果报心所。OK。
And the question is, can you tell at what moment the Vedana feeling and the Sanya is vipaka?
Can you tell? OK。你能不能分辨出来什么时候是果报的感受、果报的记忆？你能吗？能或不能？
能。
Yes。
At what time?
什么时候你可以？
What citta?
什么时候、什么心你可以分辨出来
果报心吗？
？When it's vipaka chitta.
When citta is vipaka, all cetasikas are vipaka, conditioned by the same karma.
所以当果报心的那一刻，一起升起的心所也是果报的心所，是来自于同一个业的结果。
Is it sanya, the vipaka, which remembers what is seen?
所以在演示，比如演示那一刻的记忆，它也是果报，它记得了这个业让他记得了这个对象。
So it's time for citta to arise to see. It's time for sanya to arise to remember the same object by the same condition.
所以是同样的因缘条件，同样的业，让眼识升起来去看，让记忆升起来去记忆。
What feeling, what kind of feeling arises with seeing?
因为感受也会跟着眼识升起嘛。那个时候的感受是哪一种感受？愉快不愉快？中性。
那个是同样
眼识的伴随眼识的感受是什么类型的感受？
伴随眼识的也是果报啊。
Yes, it's vipaka, but what type of vedana? 是哪一类的？是哪一类的感受？
不善。
它是果报就没有不善，它是。我刚刚已经问你，它是愉快还是不愉快，还是中性？
中性的。
Neutral feeling.
Can it be happy feeling?
演示的时候可以是愉快的感受、快乐的感受吗？演示的时候。
演示的时候是。
I mean, when it arises with seeing, can the pleasant feeling arise with seeing moment?
演示那一刻会不会有愉快的感受伴随？
没有愉快或不愉快。
It's not pleasant nor unpleasant.
Impossible, because it's conditioned by karma to experience that object, and seeing just arises to see with indifferent feeling.
Right, right. She meant not pleasant nor unpleasant feeling.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Upekha or atukkamasukha.
Right, right. 中性的感受，或者是 upekha 这个关系。中性的感
And
受。
what about the citta which follows seeing?
Which chitta follows seeing? Okay. 演示之后 what about? Okay. 那演示之后的心，它的感受是什么？
演示之后会去联想。
She asked, after seeing, you mean thinking?
No, not yet.
OK. 在想之前，在想之前就
演示，就是它撞击到眼根，然后就会有演示。
眼识灭去之后，下一个心，下一个心，啊？心不是心所，我们在讲眼识灭去之后是什么心，不是心所。有没有人记得领受心啊 ？OK。Receiving.
I asked about the citta, which follows the seeing consciousness instantly, immediately.
Right.
Succeeds the seeing consciousness immediately.
And what about the vedana of that citta?
Yes.
Yeah. 所以在演示之后的那个心，它的感受是什么？是什么的意思？是中心愉快不愉快？中性愉快还是不愉快？
中性。
Neutral.
Yes. Why?
为什么？
因为演示只能去
演示之后那个心，不是演示。
因为他只能领受，他没有办法去分辨愉快或不愉快。
Because it's just receive the
Yes.
object.
So, what chati is it?
那它是我们刚刚讲的领受心是果报心还是善心不善心为作心？领受心是哪一类的心？
为作心。
Kriya.
See, that's why we learn how many vipaka cittas conditioned by karma.
它是果报心，所以我们在学着有多少这个心入过程的心是业的结果。
That's why we learn closer and closer to each moment, which conditioned by karma and other conditions as well.
所以我们现在更接近，一刻一刻的看。
所以领受心也是果报心。是。
She asked, so receiving consciousness is also vipaka citta.
Right. That's why we have to know when karma is done and when it's time ready to produce result, how many result citta or vipaka citta are there. So we know now how many akusala vipaka are there.
所以业我们在学的这个过程中，业它是多少果报心的因缘条件，善或不善？通常是不善，在心路过程。
Do you know how many akusala vipaka in all?
大部分都是不善啊。
对不起，果报不一定。
Not more than, pardon?
How many akusala vipaka, right?
Yes.
有多少不善的果报心？总共有几个不善的果报？
你昨天说的52个吗
52个是心数。28是色法。
他说14。
有几个不善的果报？不善的果报有几个？
Akusala karma has been done, so we better understand the resultant citta, the vipaka citta conditioned by that karma. How many akusala vipaka cittas are there?
既然有那么多不善的业被造作了，我们要不要了解一下它的果报有哪几种？
有。
Yeah.
Yes.
How many?
Don't know, but they want to know.
Seven akusala vipaka only, never more.
那么多无数的不善业，但是它的结果只会有7类。
But for kusala vipaka more than 7, but for akusala vipaka only 7. Is that not enough?
如果
Should
是
be more, or what? There are 7 akusala vipaka cittas.
不善报有7类，但是善报就不止7类，比较多。OK， 那老师接下来应该会介绍这7个。
So when the painful feeling arises through the body sense, who condition, who make it, not the robber, not the thief, but what condition such moment?
当心经由身体感官去经验到不愉快的感受的时候，是谁让它升起的？The past akusala karma. The past akusala
Yes.
karma.
So when one is beaten, pain arises. What condition is pain?
所以当一个人被打的时候，痛会痛，是什么让痛升起？
身体啊，身体的
被打的时候那个痛，对不对？觉得痛，那个痛出现了，是什么让它升起的？karma.
Not that person or anyone at all. So will you get angry with that person?
所以你被打的时候，那个痛是过去的不善的业造成的不善报，所以你要对打你的那个人生气吗？
It's useless. So panya will have less akusala.
这样了解的智慧会降低不善。
I mean panya, whenever there is panya, there is less akusala because it's not time for akusala to arise.
所以有它的因缘条件，不善就是会升起，不管是业力或业报。
So the question before, what is the usefulness of understanding reality? Before this question, in the morning I think you talk about the usefulness of understanding realities right now. So what is that usefulness?
Visible.
What is the usefulness of understanding reality, which we talked about this morning?
So what is the usefulness of understanding what appears now?
It is useful, or what kind of
What is the usefulness?
Of understanding reality.
Or what is the useful?
What is the value?
Right. Okay. 那了解法这一课了解法，它的好处用处是什么？
了解业、了解法都不是我。
To understand they are not me.
To have less akusala.
刚刚的例子就是你比较不会有不善的嘛？你知道是不善的业力造成那个痛，不是打你的那个人。
Until when it's time, no akusala can arise anymore.
所以智慧的累积，一直累积到最后，没有任何不善可以再升起了。
From moment to moment.
只能一点一滴，一颗一颗。
Again, how many akusala vipaka?
所以不善的果报有几类 ？7。
Now you know what are they?
是哪7个？知道吗？你
Not only number, because 5 akusala vipaka, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and sampatichana, and one more. We haven't talked about it.
Not yet.
After sampatichana, what is that?
这7种我们先讲前5种，你们都很熟悉。眼识有没有不善报？
有。
眼识、耳识、鼻识、舌识、身识就5个了。然后刚刚讲说眼识之后是不是领受心？它也是果报，它也可以是善或不善的。它既然是果报，有可能是善或不善。那好，现在剩到第7个了，对不对？领受心下一个心是什么？
推度。
Investigate some. Did you run?
Yes, but not long. Only one moment.
对，只是一刻嘛，对不对？也对，推度心只是一刻。OK。
No one, no sound. Depends on conditions.
推度心是你吗？没有人。
And what arises before seeing consciousness?
双五是眼识升起之前，那个心是什么？
双五是升起之前。
眼识升起之前是什么心？
我们转向心。我们转向心。
Adverting, the Panchadvara.
Okay, what chati is it?
它是果报善心不善心，还是为作心？哪一个？
它是果报。
Vipaka.
No, see, that's why we have to learn.
它应该是为作吧。
Kriya.
Yes. Why do you say kriya?
你为什么认为它是为作心？
它是执行功能。
It just perform the function.
Because it can experience 5 objects through 5 doorways.
五门转向心为什么叫五门？它可以在5个根门都升起。它不像眼识只能在眼门升起。
And by conditions.
当然也是因缘升起。
So what makes it different from seeing?
是什么让它跟眼识不同？是什么让五门转向心跟眼识、耳识不同？
业。
Karma.
Karma condition vipaka, and kriya is not conditioned but vipaka.
No.
So how can it be kriya? Why can't it be vipaka?
眼识是业的结果，那为作心不是任何业的结果嘛？对，它不是果报嘛，所以它不可能是业的结果。
If karma condition it, it has to experience only the object of kusala karma or akusala karma. But when it can experience 5 objects, so it's not the result of any karma. That's why it is kriya.
它如果是业的结果，它应该会只会经验善的或不善的。 而且只会在一个门而已。可是他在5个门里面，而且任何善报不善报他都可以经验。不管你现在接下来的眼是耳是鼻是舌是，不管他要经验善或不善，之前都是这一个心，都是这个心5门转向心。所以他没有，他跟善不善没有关系，他跟果报没有关系，他是微作心。
Another reason?
有没有其他理由？它是微作心。
What makes it different from seeing, vipaka, and other kiriya?
还有什么是让这个5门转向心不同于果报心或是其他微作心的？这个微作心还有什么跟别人不同的地方吗？
我的，哪怕是微作心的话，一定是智慧。
啊，他是微作心？
不是，我是说，你的意思是说，微作心是？
不是我老师的问题是，还有什么让这个心很不同于其他的心？这个心还有什么特色，让它跟别的心很不一样？
它没有善不善，啊，然后没有心所，没有心所。啊，
它是一个心，它没有心跟心所。
不是，我不是要讲这个。微作心是一个中性的。
Kiriya is neutral.
That's the translation. But by way of chati, it is kiriya, not the translation that when it's not vipaka, it is kiriya.
不是，那只是翻译而已。对，没关系。如果
不知道，我很期待知道。
Okay, I'm looking forward to the answer.
It needs more cetasika, not only 7.
它跟眼识的不同是在它需要不止7个心所，它需要更多心所。眼识、耳识只需要7个，那它跟眼识还有一个比较不一样，就它需要心所比较多。
你是指为那个
5门转向心，
That's why there are only 10 citta, which has only 7 cetasikas arising with it, each one.
双五识呢，总共是10个心，只有这10个心7个心所而已，其他的心都超过7个心所。
Does it also have the 7 cetasikas with it?
5门微作心里面有没有刚刚讲的那7个心所？
应该有，应该有。
Yes.
Yes, and that is wise attention, wise consideration, to know that only 10 has 7 cetasikas, so the rest citta must have more than 7.
是的，就是因为10个心只有7个心所嘛，其他至少都有7个以上嘛，这7个是骗一切，所以其他心一定都有这7个心所。
So we can think about the difference between the 10 vipaka cittas and the other cittas, because it just arises to see, no other function, so very short, and it experiences only one object and then fall away, and the other cittas succeed with more cetasika.
所以我们开始去了解这10个心，这双五识，比如说就只是去看，就只是去听而已，非常短，像现在看听就结束了。
How many citta can perform the function of seeing?
能够看的心有几种？去看的心可以有几种？有几种？能够去看的心有几种 ？Two.
Yes. How many citta can perform the function of receiving?
去看的心只有善报或不善报的心两种，那去接受的心有几种？ Two
What are they?
是哪两种？Akusala vipaka and kusala vipaka.
Akusala sampatichana akusala vipaka and sampatichana kusala vipaka.
Sampatijana 就是领受心的意思啊、它是果报心，所以就有善或不善这两种。
And how many chittas can perform the function of santirana?
那接下来推度心有几种心可以执行它呢？推度心是什么心？有几种 ？Also two.
Please.
So when we're referring to Sampatichana, this is the first vipaka chitta after seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and it's the result of either kusala vipaka or akusala vipaka. So two different chittas perform that function.
在眼视、耳视、鼻视等等之后呢，是领受心，对不对？领受心是果报心，所以是善报或不善报有两种。
The next chitta, as you've said, the Santirana chitta is also vipaka chitta, but three different chittas can perform this function of Santirana.
接下来的推度心呢，叫 Santirana， 它也是果报心，但是这里有三种。
Akusala vipaka Santirana can perform that function.
一个是不善的推度心，不善果报的推度心。
And kusala vipaka Santirana can perform that function when it's an ordinary object and the feeling is neutral.
当这个不善的推度果报推度心升起的时候呢，它伴随的是中性的感受。
If it's a very desirable or very pleasant object, it's kusala vipaka, but in this case, it's a different kind of Santirana chitta because it arises in this case with pleasant feeling.
我们刚刚说有三种哦，善报的时候又会多一个，只要这个经验的对象是非常强烈想要的，这个时候伴随愉快的感受，在这个推度心就会出现愉快的感受了。如果那一个对象是很想要的，而且又是一个善的果报心。
So three different chittas can perform the function of Santirana, investigating, just for a moment and then gone, completely unknown.
就跟前一个领受心一样，它只是多了一个善报的种类。如果是很想要的对象，
So far in the sense door process, Ajarn has talked about the first chitta, the adverting consciousness, the Panchadwara Vajana chitta, which is Kiriya chitta.
到目前我们讲心路过程，第一个就是转向心，对不对？我们转向心，它是唯作心。
And it can experience any object through any of the sense doors. It can advert to the visible object or to the sound, to any object. That's why it's a Kiriya chitta.
它可以在五个根本任何一个，它可以经验任何善的或不善的果报的对象。OK， 所以它是唯作心。
And she mentioned in this case there are more than 7 Chaitasikas accompanying it.
在这个转向心里面，不止7个心所，超过7个心所。
And then it's followed by the moments of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting or touching. And there are 10 chittas that can perform these functions because akusala vipaka or kusala vipaka for each.
接下来的就是双无事，对不对？那双就是善报或不善报。
And then sampatichana chitta, kusala vipaka or akusala vipaka, followed by santirana chitta, 2 kinds of kusala vipaka or 1 akusala vipaka.
所以双武士之后的第一个果报心是领受心，善报不善报，紧接着推度心，善报善报不善报。那两个善报里面有一个会是有愉快的感受，因为那个对象是很想要的。
And what is the Santirana Chitta followed by?
然后推度心之后呢，是什么心？记得吗？Votapana。
Votapana. What is Votapana?
那什么是确定心？它是果报心。Vipaka。
It's not Vipaka, it's Kiriya Chitta.
接下来的确定心是唯作心。
It's actually the same kind of chitta that adverts to the object in the mind door, but here it has the function of Votapana, and no matter what kind of object it is, that Kiriya Chitta can arise.
这个确定心呢，它事实上也是意门转向心。OK， 它也是意门转向心。那它的功能在根门的时候，就只是去确定这个。
In English, it often has a translation of determining, but this is very misleading, so I try to avoid using it. It's actually just one more Kiriya Chitta that has to arise between the Vipaka Chittas and the Kusala or Akusala Chittas that follow. Those Kusala or Akusala Chittas cannot immediately follow the Vipaka Chittas, so there is this one Votapana Chitta, Kiriya Chitta, arising before those moments of Kusala or Akusala.
其实巴利文叫 Votapana， 可是我们翻成确定心哦，英文也是叫决定心哦。这个有一点点误导。其实因为这个心之前是果报心，对不对？这个心之后，接下来就是善心或不善心的速行心，对不对？所以其实它只是要多这个心的唯作心在这里，它就是速行心没有办法紧接着果报心，中间要有一个铺路的过程，是这个唯作心。
And then, as I mentioned, Kusala or Akusala Chittas, what will determine whether Kusala Chittas or Akusala Chittas follow?
紧接着是速行心嘛，哈，只要不是阿罗汉就是善或不善。那是什么决定善或不善？ If it's panya, it's kusala.
Definitely, if it's panya, it's kusala. And why would panya arise rather than lobha as usual, for example? What determines whether panya arises or akusala chittas with lobha and moha as usual?
是的，智慧升起来一定是善，可是是谁决定智慧升起来？为什么不是贪爱升起？是谁让智慧升起的？ 现在问题不在他是不是善，他是说是他为什么是他升起，不是贪爱升起？
他是善的，他就不会是贪爱啊。
Susan not getting the point yet, so she said, if it's panya, then it's kusala. It cannot be akusala.
It's true. If it's panya, it's kusala, and it cannot be akusala. But what conditions kusala to arise at that moment and not akusala? Like usually now, after seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, usually akusala chittas arise. Why do akusala chittas usually arise? And why could panya arise for the one who has developed panya?
当然啦，智慧一定是善，那一刻不会有 贪爱跟他一起，这个没有问题。现在问题是说，为什么是智慧升起？是什么因缘条件它可以升起？那为什么我们一天之中大部分都是不善？是因为因缘条件让不善升起吗？
是业报吗
Is it because of karma? You mean the? Is it because of vipaka?
What about now? if kusala arises now, if panya arises now, why would panya arise now and not akusala at this moment? Is it because of karma, or what is the reason? What is the condition?
我们现在在讨论的是塑行心，对不对？塑行心是善业或不善业，跟果报没有关系。现在讨论的是塑行心升起的，如果是智慧，凭什么升起智慧？根据什么可以升起智慧？
We've said that karma is the condition for seeing and hearing and other vipaka chittas. Is karma the condition for kusala and akusala chittas to arise?
所以这边又回到你刚说是果报嘛，所以业会让业会造成善业或不善业吗？不会嘛，业只会造成果报，善业不善业跟业没有关系。 No.
No, because the seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, the sampatichana, santirana, they're all vipaka chittas, they're all result of karma. When we're talking about kusala and akusala, we're not talking about result anymore, we're talking about cause. So in this case, we're not talking about results of karma. The kusala or akusala now is not the result of karma. So we're considering what are the conditions for kusala or akusala to arise now.
我们谈的是塑行心了嘛，已经不再是谈业的结果了。塑行心是业，就是业力的，所以是善业或不善业而已。刚刚吸入过程前面那几个都是果报心，然后换一个为作心，再开始善或不善了。OK。
The reason kusala or akusala arises now, the main condition, many different conditions, but the main condition is that the habit, the accumulated tendency has conditioned that kusala or akusala to arise now.
我们刚刚不是问智慧是为什么是升起智慧？那如果过去没有累积智慧，有很多原因。 但是最重要的原因，最主要的原因，是因为过去有累积智慧，就好像升起贪爱，累积很多的贪爱，所以贪爱容易升起。
The anger in the past conditions the anger at this moment. The lobha in the past conditions the lobha now. The panya in the past conditions the panya now.
所以愤怒现在有是过去累积的愤怒，是主要的原因。那其他心所也一样，善或不善。
The wise considering yesterday conditions the wise considering now. The wise considering before yesterday conditioned wise considering yesterday. So these habits or tendencies accumulate and become more habitual.
所以今天的思慧跟昨天的思慧有关，昨天的思慧的累积会帮助今天的思慧。 昨天会思慧，也是过去曾经有思慧，也会帮助昨天的思慧，就是这样累积，成为他逐渐一个更强的习惯。
So it will depend on those accumulated tendencies and habits as to what kind of kusala or akusala arises now.
就是因为这些倾向累积善的多的就容易起善心，累积不善多的就容易起不善心。
Can last year wise consideration condition wise considering now? Can wise consideration last year condition wise considering now?
Last year, okay. 去年的思慧能不能是现在思慧的因缘条件？
它可以累积。
It can be accumulated.
Right. No matter it's not there anymore, but the accumulation of that which has arisen succeed in the next citta to moment to moment, from moment to moment.
是的，就是这样一路累积过来，对，所以上辈子也是。
Years and years ago, that's why different. We have different characteristic and personality because of accumulation.
所以一劫接着一劫，无数劫以来，我们累积了很多所谓的个性。
Can lopa arise with the Panchadvara Vajana?
我们转向心里会有没有智慧？
没有。
No.
Can Panya arise with it?
She said, Lily said no.
Why?
为什么不行 ？With Panchadvara. She said no. OK， 贪爱也不行，智慧也不行嘛，对不对？我们转向心里面有没有贪爱或智慧？有了，是不是？我们转向心里面有没有贪爱？可不可以有贪爱？
应该没有。
No。好，为什么 ？Why？
因为我们转向心是要靠唯作心，唯作心就是没有贪爱。
Because it's Kriya Chitta, there cannot be Loba or Panya.
Can other Kriya Chitta have Panya or Loba?
好，我们转向心没有，对不对？有没有其他的唯作心是可以有智慧的？
其他的唯作心，唯作心不是只有一个吗？
唯作心有很多个，有好几种。
好几种。怎么样？
有没有什么唯作心是可以有智慧伴随的？不知道就不知道。
不知道。
I don't know.
That's more to learn. See, one cannot think by oneself.
Okay.
For example, excuse me, go on.
所以我们要多学一点。你最喜欢的阿罗汉的唯作心有没有智慧？
你都不让我问了，我都不敢问了。
Some people are saying Arahant has Kriya Chitta with Panya.
Yeah, and can anyone have Kriya Chitta with Panya when one is not Arahata?
那不是阿罗汉的人，他的唯作心里面可以有智慧吗？
都没有。
No.
Good. Because you see that even the Kriya Chittas, there are different kinds. That which cannot arise with Panya or Lopa, and that which can arise with Panya, but cannot arise with Lopa.
所以除非你是阿罗汉，唯作心可以有智慧；只要不是阿罗汉，唯作心不会有智慧，也不可能有贪爱。阿罗汉的唯作心也不可能有贪爱。
And this is only the carefulness at level of intellectual understanding. What about more when it's higher understanding?
这就是小心的理智上的去思考，真相是什么。
Otherwise, there cannot be the moment of recognized Lopa right now.
否则不思考真相，我们是不可能了解真相其实是没有我的。
Yesterday we talked about khandas. What is khanda? Again, please.
昨天提到运，什么是运？什么是运？
一般翻译运是烦恼。运。
运是烦
恼。哦。就是
运就是实相。 OK。因为时间不多了，我要替你们回答一下。
对，义就是实相。
Realities, conduct is realities.
Yes, reality is Dhamma, and Dhamma
Right.
is reality,
Yeah.
and Paramata Dhamma, the absolute reality, and the Abhidhamma is that which is very subtle. And now we're talking about Khanda. They are
Fine.
realities.
Yeah, realities. Right. 所以当我们讲法，当我们讲究竟法，究竟法就是法的更多的细节、更精细的法。那五蕴就是我们一般讲的实相的分类。
Is there any question?
Seeing you're talking about the subject, Ajarn, earlier on we were talking about Santirana. How helpful is it to refer to Santirana as investigating consciousness when Santirana is a vipaka chitta?
And the question is?
Well, my question is, how helpful is it to refer to Santirana as an investigating consciousness when it is vipaka? So my question really is just that. It seems strange to me that a vipaka chitta would be referred to as investigating.
Can attachment arise just after seeing? Can attachment arise
Of course.
just after feeling?
You mean at the time
after
of
seeing has fallen away, can attachment arise?
Absolutely not,
So why?
because it's a vipaka chitta.
Because it's not enough condition to have lopa or kusala or akusala arise instantly. It needs other vipaka to receive that which is experienced by seeing, because seeing itself does not know anything at all, to like or dislike it. It just see.
Yeah, I understand that, I think.
So after sampatichana, only sampatichana cannot condition lopa and whatever arise instantly.
I don't know, I think
So-
maybe you misunderstand my question, Ajarn.
So after that, it needs one more moment, which experience not like seeing or sampatichana. It's the moment of, we use the word investigate, but it means to experience clear or better. Or we can say stronger or whatever, which is different from seeing moment, sampatichana moment. So it's santirana moment.
Yeah, I understand.
In order to be able to condition the lopa or dosa or panya later, but not as sudden as succeedingly, yet it needs another citta to make way for that which is filled up all the time in the citta to come out any time after seeing has fallen away, sampatichana has fallen away, and santirana has fallen away, and bodhapana has fallen away. Then it's just time for that which is there as very, very subtle accumulation to condition moment of like or dislike, to ooze, to be attachment to sensuous object, kamasava or bhavasava or ditthasava, unknown. That's why when you ask, do you see? Your answer is suddenly, I see. But without that asava, ditthasava, can you say that I see?
Mm-hmm. No, Ajarn. Can we go back a little bit, Ajarn? I believe I understand what you're saying. When we talk about santirana,
Yes.
in English we translate that as investigating.
That's why there's not any word at all in
No,
Tamil
no,
to
that's-
explain the way it is.
Yeah.
But there can be the considering little by little to understand the difference between sampatichana and seeing and santirana.
I think there could be a better word. I think there are better words to use for it, because investigating, as we know, or to investigate is a verb.
Even in Thai language, we use this word and no one understands because it takes quite a long time to investigate.
Well, because investigating implies...
Just the moment which knows the object, just a little more than sampatichana.
Yes, that I believe I understand, Ajarn. But there is...
To be able to be conditioned for lopa and tosa to arise after the bodhapra makes way for it to arise.
Looking carefully at the Pali of that, I think there could be a word like transiting rather than investigating.
Because no matter in Pali
yes.
or in Thai, I think that no word can explain.
No, best to leave just...
Yeah.
Just
use the word that one has to think over it to carefully understand it as it's not seeing, and it's not sampatichana, and it's not the bodhapana, but it needs one more vipaka just to experience the object just a little more than sampatichana.
Yes, because it's always seems...
That's the way it is.
Yeah, it's always seemed strange to me that a vipaka chitta investigates. They do not go together.
Because you cannot make it at will to arise to investigate, but it has to, by karma, by condition, to arise after sampatichana. That's why sampatichana has the anantara paccaya, samanantara paccaya, for what? For santirana only to arise. This is all the way Dhamma is. No one can do anything, just learn that there is no self. And it's vipaka. So, santirana can experience present object when it's the vipaka of kusala karma. And when it's a kusala karma, santirana kusala vipaka cannot arise at all. By conditions, that's the way it is.
Why do you think people have used that word, Ajarn, investigating?
What word?
Investigating, in English or why do you think they
Use any word that you can understand. If you don't understand the word investigation, like the Thai, if you use that word, no Thai can understand that. And santirana, exactly the same as the other language. Even the Makati, people in the Buddha's time used the word Makati language, but when they didn't hear the word of the Buddha, no understanding what it's meant by sampatichana and santirana, even its Pali. It's just like the Thai. They can read Tipitaka, the Pali term, but they don't understand its meaning and its characteristic at all.
Like Votapana, even we avoid the English word and just use Votapana, but usually it's completely misunderstood. It's the same, so even in Pali it's misunderstood.
I find it so helpful that we don't have to cling, we should not cling to the words that Ajarn just explained, those subtle points that I had not considered before. I'm really very glad it helps to understand better that realities are anatta.
Even the word seeing, is it easy to understand? Everyone knows what seeing means, but is there any understanding of seeing? See, how to explain?
Or Vedana, we can say feeling, but everyone misunderstands what feeling is. It's,
So understand reality no matter by way of language, Thai or Pali or English or whatever. For example, seeing. If you try to think in terms of Pali, you never understand that. But the reality now, which sees and what is meant, that which experience, that which is seen, which appears now, depending on the eye sense and that object, just learn to understand the characteristic of reality, not only the word. If I use Thai, you know what I mean. And if I use the word Siamese, do you know what I mean? No matter Thai or Siamese, see, I can use either word.
Question about middle path.
Okay.
Yeah, just about how little we understand and how precious is even one moment of understanding, because we know it is accumulated little by little, gradually, by conditions only, and like the wearing out of the knife handle, we cannot detect any improvement in our understanding, but then one day we maybe we might notice that there's a little less kusala than there was before, and we know that there is visible object, and then the story gets a little bit shorter than it used to be, and then so there is a bit less opportunity for a kusala to arise just because of that little understanding, which just keeps a little bit shorter the long story of the visible object.
Yes, it's true.
So what is the question?
I forgot.
Sorry? Oh,
Forgot the question.
If we would like to change the word from santirana, investigating, what word would we use? It doesn't matter. Anyone. Or just use it, but understand it. That it's not like we think of investigation as usual, because this is reality, just one moment. By understanding this, one knows that it's not like what we take for long investigation. It's just in a moment.
Can we just say it's the following Vipaka Citta that is a little firmer than the first one, that's all, or just experiences a little stronger than the one before, ready to be followed by kusala or akusala cittas?
Sue has a question about
什么是中道
the middle path. What is it?
Okay. One word at a time.
一次一个字。
The path, what is it?
首先，中道的道，什么是这条道？
是这条
中道。
中道。
对，我们
中间的中。
有两个字嘛，中道有两个字。先讨论什么是道。
什么是道？
什么是 path？ 什么是道路
？What is the path? What is the meaning?
什么是道路？
什么是道路
？The question to her, yeah. She's thinking.
When we use the word path, what does it mean?
我们用道路，这什么意思
？To somewhere, right?
要去哪里嘛？你用一条路，那你要去哪里？
涅槃。
Nibbana.
You know Nibbana? If you don't know, it's not the path to Nibbana.
She meant the path leading to Nibbana.
Yes, but
okay.
Does she know Nibbana?
你知道什么是涅槃吗？
If you don't know Nibbana, you don't know where to go.
如果你不知道什么是涅槃，你不知道从哪里去。
就是 涅槃是一个不生不灭的实相。那我们是因为不知道，所以来追求这个，有这个这条路。
Because there's confidence about the Buddha talking about Nibbana.
Just the word Nibbana. What's the meaning, the translation of Nibbana?
那么涅槃只是个字吗？它的意义是什么？
Shall we simply say the end of Lopa? Would you like to have no Lopa anymore? You'd like to go on the path leading to the end of Lopa, no attachment at all.
我们可以说，这条路是要带到贪爱的停止吗？这条路通往哪里？通到贪爱的尽头。
贪爱的尽头，苦的止息。苦的止息呀。
Cessation of dukkha.
But would you like to have delicious food?
Would you like to have
delicious food?
你不想要美味的食物吗？
那也是个苦啊。
That's also dukkha. 他是问你，你不想要吗？想或
当然也是想你在。
That's just wanting to have.
What is dukkha? Do you know dukkha?
好，那苦的止息，那什么是苦？
就是你求不得的那种欲望，我们一直在这个无明贪爱里面，所以那就会一直在这个。
Not getting what one want.
That is not the Ariya Satya.
这种苦并不是四圣谛的最高意义的苦。
You don't want to have pain, take medicine.
痛的时候会吃药，对不对？
No need to go to Nibbana. So, if there is no understanding of what really is dukkha, it's impossible.
如果不了解这个字 dukkha 苦是什么意义的时候，我们怎么知道怎么去哪里？
Is there now dukkha?
现在有没有 dukkha?
What is that? What is dukkha now?
什么？现在什么是苦？
生命的无常生灭。
Anicca is anicca.
What experience anicca?
什么去经验无常？
心。心。
Chitta.
Chitta sees visible object, and what can experience the arising and falling, which is dukkha, because it from nothing and then something and then nothing, no return at all, from moment to moment endlessly. Would you like to see all the time, hear, thinking, from birth to death, on and on and on, non-stop? If
心会去看，对不对？其中一种心可以去看。那可是去经验生灭的，其实是智慧，并不是心。OK， 那我们生下来到现在，你愿意一直去看，一直去听，一直去想，会不会？会不会想要一直去看，一直去听，一直去想 ？Yes.
Is dukkha easy to understand?
苦容易了解吗？苦圣谛容易了解吗？
还不是很了解。就是你去经验，那慢慢去感觉是这样，是怎么一个过程？就经验感觉。
This experience and all the feelings is a process.
Is it possible? Just think about experiencing it.
这样子可以有可能就经验苦圣谛吗？
没办法。
Can ignorance experience nibbana and dukkha?
无明可以经验苦吗？
无明本身就是苦啊。
Moha itself is dukkha. Moha itself is dukkha.
Yes, but can moha experience nibbana?
对，是的，但是无明可以经验涅槃吗
不能。
Is there moha now?
现在有没有无明？
有。
So no way to experience Nibbana.
既然无明不能经验涅槃，现在有无明，所以现在没有办法经验涅槃，对不对？
对 ，Yes.
Until there is less and less moha and less dukkha.
所以只有当无明逐渐的减少，那相对的苦也相对的减少。
When there is understanding now,
Yes.
just the beginning of understanding about Dhamma now, is it the middle path?
现在我们在讨论，如果了解法的那一刻，是不是中道
The path to what?
还是回到通往哪里的道路？这条道路到底要通往哪里？
智慧。
Panya.
So without panya, it's impossible to experience Nibbana.
所以这条道路是建立智慧的道路，没有智慧是不可能经验涅槃的。
是 ，Yes.
Are you still want to experience Nibbana?
你还是想经验涅槃吗？
先有智慧。
Need to have the developed panya.
But the question is, do you still want to experience Nibbana?
问题是，你现在还想要经验涅槃吗？
When there is wanting to experience Nibbana, is it panya or is it lobha?
在想要经验涅槃的时候，是智慧还是贪爱呢？
贪爱。
Lobha.
So it's useless. It leads away from the path, not along the path.
所以智慧一旦只要有你想要经验涅槃的时候，你是不可能经验涅槃的。
Okay, thank you.
If there is no understanding now of all the dhammas we've been talking about, seeing, hearing, lobha, dosa, sati, sound, whatever it is now, if there is no understanding, can there be any understanding of the arising and falling away of those dhammas?
如果对现在的法的出现都还没有清楚，不管是眼识、耳识、觉知，这些法都没有清楚，它都还没有出现，我可以知道它升起又灭去吗？如果它都还没有出现清楚，我可以知道它又灭去了吗？
可以。
可以。
瞬间，因为杀害在生命。
Yes, yes. It's just fall away immediately.
If there is no understanding now of seeing consciousness, can there be the highly developed understanding of the arising and falling away of seeing now?
如果眼识从来没有出现被经验，能够知道眼识灭去吗？如果他从来没有被知道它是出现了，能够知道它灭去吗？还是只是想着它灭去而已？
它会灭去。
就它会灭去，是直接知道它灭去了，还是想着它会灭去？
直接。
Yes.
How? If there's no knowing anything about the reality of seeing now, how can there be any knowing or understanding about the arising and falling away of that seeing, which is a high degree of understanding of the seeing itself?
如果眼识从来没有出现，怎么能够去知道眼识灭去了？就是它从来没有出现，你怎么知道它灭去了？出现的意思是正念，是很高的智慧觉知它了。
眼识我们本来就是有眼识，只是说你有升起灭起，那本来它就存在的，不是吗？
Isn't it arising and passing away?
It's arising and passing away now, but completely unknown, because there isn't even the beginning of understanding the characteristic of seeing now. So there cannot be the highly developed understanding of the arising and falling away of that Dhamma. And if there's no understanding of the arising and falling away of Dhamma, there cannot be the understanding of why seeing now is dukkha.
我们在理智上知道它会生灭，可是跟我们直接知道它生灭是两回事。直接知道它生灭之前，它先要出现啊。它如果从来不出现，我们不会知道它灭去了。那这是很高的智慧了。如果没有到直接看到它灭去，我们不会真的懂苦是什么，我们不会真的懂行苦。
So this is like the pre-path, like the beginning of the way leading to the path which leads to the end of Lobha. There has to be the beginning of understanding what is Dhamma now, because otherwise there can never be the understanding of the highly developed understanding about the rising and falling away of Dhammas and so on. So it all begins at this moment, understanding what is Dhamma now.
这条道路的终点是贪爱的苦的止息，对不对？那我们现在只是在刚起点而已。我们如果不了解什么是法，那我们其实是不可能走到后面那么远的。对。And the middle.
You asked about the middle path to Nibbana. How many paths are there to Nibbana? One? Only one or more than one?
我们刚提到，你说中道可以通往涅槃，对不对？那总共有几条路可以通往涅槃？
智慧
有几条路？
几条路？都不知道。
I don't know.
很多。
It's okay.
Only one.
只有一条。
And it is called the middle path.
只有一条路可以通往涅槃，就是中道。
And what is the very beginning of the development of that path?
那既然只有一条，那这条路一开始最重要要怎么建立起来？
How does it begin?
它是怎么开始的？你怎么知道你在路上？你怎么开始这条路？
你要有智慧的。
Panya is needed.
Well, how does Panya begin?
那是什么？那就怎么开始这个智慧？
无我。了解无我。
Right view that there's no I.
Well, right view is Panya. And Panya, as we've said, is a mental factor that arises with Kusala Citta. So how does Panya arise in the beginning?
的确哦，正见本身就是智慧的意思啊、哦。所以刚刚的问题是，那智慧是怎么升起来的？也就是说，这个无我的正见是怎么样才有机会升起来，才会正确的开始这条路？
Can it arise by wanting to develop the path?
它可以，这条道路的开始可以从我想要这条道路吗？
No, because we've said that is attachment.
因为那是贪爱，对吧
What can condition Panya to arise at the beginning?
那什么可以让一开始正确的道路？什么的因缘条件可以让这样的智慧道路开始？
从闻思修开始。
Like we discussed this morning, hearing and considering. 对，闻慧、思慧 ，yeah.
And that hearing and considering, it always is about now. So everything we've been discussing for the last few days has been about now, this moment, seeing now, hearing now. So it's helpful to remember that whatever we read, whatever we study, whatever we consider in the Buddha's teachings is about this moment. So life just exists now at this moment.
所以还是这一刻，思慧一定要这一刻，生命就是这一刻而已。
Panya has been accumulated in previous lifetimes, otherwise we wouldn't have an interest in the Dhamma in this lifetime.
那智慧呢，一定在过去的累世是有累积的，要不然这一世不会有兴趣。
But it cannot arise unless and until there has been the hearing of the Dhamma in this lifetime.
但这一世呢，智慧不会继续累积，除非再继续听到佛法。
And of course that means the true Dhamma, the correct explanation, the correct understanding, the correct interpretation of the Buddha's teaching.
所谓再听到佛法，当然是指听到正确的佛法，正确解释的佛法。Middle.
What appears now should be known and can be known. What about that which does not appear? Can it be known?
出现的、升起的可能可以被知道，对不对？那些没有出现的可以被知道吗？
没有出现的，现在没有办法知道。
No.
So, if this is not known yet as it is, how can there be that which is not seeing, hearing, not citta, not cetasika, not rupa? Now there is citta which sees, experiences an object, and cetasikas and rupa. If there is no understanding of what is now, how can there be understanding of that which does not appear now?
真相是只有心所设法，对不对？如果从来没有去讨论、去闻会、去思会这个，有可能出现来了解它吗？
不可能。
It's impossible, right? And what knows that it's impossible?
是什么知道不可能？
就是知道。
Panya.
Yes, without panya, there is wanting, wishing, craving for that which does not appear now.
如果不是智慧呢，那就是贪爱在那边想要啊。
Can seeing now be object of right understanding in this life?
现在眼识可不可以成为智慧的对象？可以吗？现在眼识可以被了解吗？
现在眼识可以被了解，可是它
有没有可能被了解？
眼识没有办法被了解。
眼识没有办法被了解。眼
识可以被了解。
Yes, it can. It can.
In this life, directly.
可以现在可以直接了解吗？你现在可不可以直接了解？
概念上了解。
Only thinking, only.
Yes,
yeah.
That is not direct experiencing.
还没有直接经验，对。
This should be realized. Intellectual understanding is not high level, which directly understand what appears as it is.
理智上的了解，我们现在只能这样子，还没有智慧高到可以直接了解。
So, can there be the realization of seeing as it is in this life?
那在这一世，有可能直接了解什么是眼识吗？有或没有可能？
有可能。
It's possible.
Possible.
Right.
Possible. What do you mean?
那有可能，你的意思是什么？有可能了解眼识，有可能。
Possible it means 就是我们在闻会之后，然后思会。在那个思会的过程中。也许就会。
If there's accumulation of wise consideration.
Only by conditions.
对，只有这种只有这个因缘条件可以，你的思慧的累积。
Because we don't know when will life end. Maybe this evening or tomorrow.
对，可能嘛，我们也有可能今天晚上就死了。
So all depends on conditions.
还是要看因缘条件。我们可能累积到足够知道，可是也有可能今天晚上就过世了。好，那讨论就到这里哦。好，这次旅程到这里。OK， 谢谢老师。如果